Thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. You can see me now.
Yes.
Just as a bit of perspective, we launched, Iflix went live only on May 26th of this year, which basically means today we're not even 6 months old. And in that 6 months period, it's been a crazy roller coaster journey for the whole team, taking a product which when we launched was what we called the minimum viable product. And in the 6 month period, so much has changed. We've practically doubled the amount of content that we have uploaded. We have signed a lot of new agreements. We brought in a lot of shows that were also exclusive to Iflix in the last few months. We opened up new territories. We added Thailand in addition to the Philippines. And we kept obsessing about how do we create a product that is so simple to use and yet so appealing to use. Now, of course, we start with how do you make it as easily accessible, as affordable as you can for the amount of content that we're offering. We kept tweaking and improving the system so that it works great with the emerging markets internet infrastructure that we have here. How do we keep streaming quality even on a 3G mobile data signal, let alone big fat pipes. Interestingly, over the last few months, we've seen the share of mobile devices relative to desktops increasing from a sort of a 40% share to now almost a 60% share. But interestingly, what's come out of that is the growth of watching Iflix on big screen TVs and using the mobile device to connect to big screen TVs, especially as we got Iflix working with a Chromecast device. The Chromecast device is a simple little dongle that you plug into your big screen TV set, and when you're on the same Wi-Fi network, your mobile app and your phone essentially becomes your remote control for your TV. And so a lot more people were watching Iflix on a big screen TV, but effectively controlled and streamed from their mobile phone. And of course, one of the things that we've been very obsessed since day one was to say, in emerging markets, while yes, Iflix works great with sort of a 3G, 4G mobile signal, but it's not consistently available, number one. And secondly, people are very cautious about how they spend their mobile data availability, right? So we did the survey just to share with you how big of an impact we think this download now feature is going to be. Is for most people, if they don't have Wi-Fi, they're not going to watch Iflix. And so 60% are not watching content on mobile data. They're only watching it on Wi-Fi. And some of their biggest concerns, obviously the quota, how much mobile data packages cost today, the cost of it, the buffering speed, and sometimes the poor and inconsistent quality. Not everywhere, even if mobile telcos say they've got the biggest or widest 4G networks, it's not consistently available everywhere. And when we talk to them about the download feature, a lot more people are getting excited because they can identify many uses where they don't have that mobile data capability. For example, when they're on planes, you don't have in-flight entertainment, you're not connected, to be able to have content that you can watch throughout your flight while you're commuting, on your holiday, when you're overseas, or if you're like me, on the treadmill or on the bike in the gym, having your content wherever you are. And so what's interesting also is the telco partners that we've signed up with and we're announcing are also very excited about this feature because they can now promote packages, for example, during the times when their mobile networks are not at peak. For example, from midnight to 7 a.m., they might be able to offer free data usage if you download your shows then. So you set it up, download, go to sleep, next morning or wherever else you want to use it, you've got the data with you. So it's a product that the mobile data companies are excited about now that we've launched download and watch offline. And we think it really takes the Iflix experience beyond just having it available from a streaming point of view, but also to be able to download when you have a good Wi-Fi connection, when and also for people who might be concerned about how much space they might have on their mobile phones or their tablets. We'll also be showing you a feature where you can select the kind of quality resolution. You can have a super high quality screen, which might be something like 700 megabytes for a full feature length movie, a medium quality, or even a sort of a low quality, but if you're on a 4 to 5 inch screen on a mobile phone, it actually looks quite great, and we'd love to show that to you as well today. And so this allows people to then decide how much quota they want to use, how much space on their phones or tablets they want to allocate, and to be able to download it. One of the big challenges of this download feature is to be able to convince the studio rights holders, the people who own the intellectual property, that this feature can still protect their property. That even when you download it, you can't just simply, rip it apart and then send it off to your friends. But it's held with a strong digital rights managed system that makes sure that it's protected. It stays on your device for 7 days. If after that you decide you want to watch it again, you've got to re-download it. But if you've already started the show, you've got about 48 hours to complete the show before it auto-deletes. So that way also doesn't continuously clog up the space that you have on your phone, but it also allows us to win the confidence of our studios. And then what we're excited about is we're moving towards one where virtually all of the content that we have on Iflix will be able to have a download feature. It requires a new reformatting. So I think today we have about 75-80% of our content available, and over the next month or so we'll start approaching that 100% level. And the other interesting thing that came out of this is we had to reformat the content to enable it to download. It also allowed us to solve some other issues we had in the past with phones like the Asus Zenfone, which use a different chip. Because of the way we've reformatted and re-encoded the content, you can now use it on those phones as well. So another added bonus from the work that we've done. So I'm not going to delay it. I'm going to let you guys have a look at it, look forward to the questions. But just to say again, we're barely 6 months old, and I can guarantee you in the next 6 months, and in fact probably in the next 3 months, the Iflix that you'll see then is going to be radically even more different than what you're seeing now, both in terms of product features, in terms of the content that we have, and how we market it to consumers. Every day, Ash and I and the team, we've got a list of like 200 things that we want to do, and it's really exciting to be able to keep thinking what's next, what's next, what's next. So this is still barely scratching the surface, and a lot more that we're toying with. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Download Watch Offline. Thank you.